Hello, everyone. This is Sports Conversations with,
Travion.
and I'm Kenna Trainum, and we're here to talk about a lacrosse podcast. And you play lacrosse, right?
Yes, man.
On the men's team,
Yes, man.
and I just want to get your take. I'm the manager for the women's team, and I just want to get your take on everything.
So, I would say from all the sports that I've played, like in my life, because I've played a couple of them, this is the most organized, most engaging, most newcomer welcoming sport I've played so far.
Okay. So, what sports have you played?
So I've played football. I've played basketball. I've ran track. I've done Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing.
Jiu-Jitsu, do you say? Oh, that's awesome.
It's my favorite.
So tell me about mortal sports. So what was the first sport you've ever played and up to now?
So I started out with the first sport I've ever played was basketball. It was okay. I had a bad coach, so that kind of ruined basketball for me. My second sport I played was football. I played football sixth grade up until my ninth grade year.
Okay.
I fell in love with that like from the beginning, so that was pretty fun.
Okay.
After that, that's when I did Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and those are like still my favorite sports to this day. Like, it's just the freedom to express your body however you're moving.
Those are more disciplined, I hear.
Yes.
So so with all these sports, why'd you commit to lacrosse?
So I had a teammate by the name of Franklin. He told me, like, I came to the clubs and organization day last year, and he was like, "You really need to play. You really need to play." And I was telling him, I was like, "I'm gonna come out there. I'll give you a chance," because he was my friend. So I was like, "I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance." And then I finally bought cleats, and when I came out there in my first practice, I just felt like very welcome.
Okay.
Like, it was a sense of opening for everyone, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, that's something I can say from the men's and women's team. It's really like a very welcoming atmosphere. So what can you say about for the Copper State men's and women's team? Like, what are your experiences so far?
I would say they're very positive as far as just the willingness for everyone to listen to advice and to give advice and things along those lines. Just the ability to grow. Everyone is getting their own spaces to grow in the organization.
So I don't know if I asked you this, but what year are you at Coppin?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay. So far, what are you looking forward to? Like, what's your major?
I'm an elementary education major.
Nice. So, with lacrosse, going back to that and all your other sports, what made you want to be? I already asked that one. So as a student athlete at Coppin, what was the challenging part? Because you said you played last year too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what was the most challenging part?
I would say the most challenging part is trying to accommodate, learning things on the field and learning things in the classroom, and having both of those things remain in my mind. It's challenging sometimes because like when you have like a big when midterms come around and you have to buckle down and focus on midterms, but you don't want to be a detriment to your teammates.
Right.
You still want to be a pivotal place in your teammates. So it's just that feeling of trying to balance it to where both sides of your life are getting the best out of you that they can.
So who was one of your role models? Been on the team or not on the team, just in general? Who are one of the role models? Could be from any sport.
So I would say one of my role models is can I do one from the team and from a different sport?
Anything. It can be anybody.
So from just as an aspect of life is right now it's a fighter. His name is Alex Pereira.
Nice.
And I would say he's a role model of mine because he grew up in a hard place, which a lot of us do. He grew up in a hard place, and his life was going downhill. He was battling with being an alcoholic, and he found something that he loved, that being kickboxing. And then when he found that, he just buckled down into it, and just that dedication that he showed. And now he's a two-time UFC champion. He's a 7-time Glory kickboxing champion. It's just that dedication. So that influenced me in being more dedicated to the craft that I commit to. Nice. On the team, I would say a role model for me would be Coach Ryan, because of the advice that he gives. He told me he said to be more confident in myself and to just allow myself to just to flow, to not allow the things that other people do or that the mistakes that I make myself control the way that like the rest of the game goes. It's a momentary thing. It's a thing that only happens in those seconds. So it shouldn't affect me 10, 15, 20 minutes later. It's just that moment.
Absolutely. So, about the Olympics, do you see any of yourself playing in any of these sports that you talked about? I'm talking about jiu-jitsu too. You said you've played that too, and I know that's in the Olympics as well.
Yeah. So I would love to be in a I know that it's 4 years from now, so I've been trying to get back into jujitsu.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find a gym, if I can't find a gym, I wholeheartedly believe giving me 4 years and I can at least achieve becoming on an All American team, or getting close to the Olympics.
Nice, nice. And just because I had another interviewer who also did a martial art as well, how did you feel about the Olympics and the martial arts aspect? Did you watch the Olympics, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
I watched the gymnastics. I watched I watched, I can't remember her name right now, and I don't want to butcher it. I watched Simone Biles' teammate.
Yes, yes.
When she had got the medal, and then they took the medal away, and then they gave it. So I watched that. I watched the track with Quincy. And
Yes.
yeah, I watched the 4x4. I didn't really watch the combat sports aspects of it though, like the boxing and the jiu-jitsu and everything.
All right. But do you see yourself, like I said, do you see yourself maybe doing even lacrosse? Because I know that's coming to the 2028 Olympics.
So I feel like, because I feel like as an individual, I excel at my ability to grasp concepts quickly and to utilize them. So I feel like I say in 4 years I will be at least able to compete with people that are attending at these events.
Nice.
So.
Nice. So if you can go back and tell yourself something, back as a youth or even, a youth now, because I know we do a lot of community service. What would you do? What would you say to them or yourself?
I would say just keep looking for the good in everything. I'm trying to do that better in myself now. Just finding the positives in every day. Just keep looking for the positives. I know that people always are like, whenever you have a day, just write the pros and the cons. But I feel like just looking at the cons is just, I don't want to say it's negative, but it influences your mind in subconscious ways. You see the positives, and even if your pros list is longer, when you see the cons, you're just like, these are the negatives, and that's what you subconsciously focus on. So I would say just focus on the positives and just keep pushing towards just being the best you that you can.
Nice. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, and thanks.
No problem.